So what he needs to have is, as he starts to come down, this will be fade. So that's alpha rotation, right? Maybe taking a club where we don't have to go so hard, at least would have made low point easier. You guys are getting here, and the handle's coming in this way. What's up, guys? It's your favorite Kiwi coach, and give me 6 months of your time, and I'll give you the best golf swing of your life. So welcome back to the channel, guys. In this particular video, we are going to be doing a round lesson with two professional golfers here that have some unique struggles. So, Taiga, why don't you start out first? Tell me, what are you struggling with, Taiga, Mr. 92%?
はい。そうですね。スイングはかなりもう、キウイコーチのおかげで良くなってきたので、今回は、ラウンドをしながら、アライメントのチェックをしてもらおうと思い、はい、レッスンしてもらいに来ました。よろしくお願いします。
All right. And then, Mr. More Alpha Rotation, what do we need to struggle and work with?
僕はティーショットでちょっと左のミスがちょっと怖くて、で、それでこう右にプッシュアウトっていうミスが僕の中の癖としてあって、で、そこをちょっと直しに今日はキウイさんに見てもらおうと思います。
All right. So, we are at the beautiful Sunnyfield Golf Course. We've done another round lesson with them, so this is the second time. So thank you guys so much for having us out. Thank you, Sunnyfield Golf Course. And with that out of the way, let's get to the round lesson. Yeah. Oh, for his iron shot, alignment was pretty close to where he wanted, maybe just like 5 yards right of where he said. One thing that might be interesting to talk about, if he tends to maybe leave the ball a little bit out to the right, ball position is just a smidge forward in his stance than at most drawers. So he might be shifting path. Instead of being like, let's say +4, he might be shifting past to +2. And then if his face angle goes to +2, he hits that little tiny push because there's not enough room to fit the face in between the path. So that could be something we think about with our draws with the irons, is getting that ball position a hair further back to make the path a little bit more severe, to have a little bit more room to fit the face in. So it's a little bit more consistent to draw. That's only if he's struggling. If he's not struggling, don't even listen to what I'm saying.
セカンドですか？
Second shot, yeah. Yeah, what I'm saying is he wanted to aim like maybe 5 yards right of the pin. In real, he aimed about 10 yards right, which is not a big deal. But what I'm saying is ball position was a little bit more forward in the stance than I see most drawers. So what could potentially happen is the overall path, instead of being +4, it could be like +2. Now, that's not a big issue if you have a +2 path. I would just be cautious of that and know that my starting line should be much more right than 5 yards, closer to that 10 to 15. Because I'm going to have a +2 club path with maybe, let's say, -1 face angle. Ball will start left of where I'm aiming and then draw. That's okay if he wants to play that model swing. Yeah, just be pull drop, but just be conscious that you're doing that. That's the key. Tag and go if you want to. Next hole.
そうですね。吹き流しの、
Same.
そうですね。5ヤード、10ヤードぐらい左からフェードで。
Base of the tree, base of the tree. I got you. Then fade it off. I gotcha. Okay, not terrible, but we'll talk about it.
ちょっとヒールでした。
A little bit of heel, face is wide open too as well. What I saw, so back to my, actually, let's just wait. We'll get into the cart. All right, so I think the initial issue, starts with what type of shot he typically plays when he hits a fade. What I've noticed is he's definitely more of a pull fader than Taiga-san, which means that wherever he aims, the ball starts typically much more left, which is not bad, and then curves. So what I saw there was the starting line he took was already up the left side. So if he took his natural kind of starting line, it would have started in the trees and potentially risked the chance of not fading back and then missing in the trees, which was the worst miss on this hole. So I feel like the reason why he kind of oversliced was because subconsciously maybe the body kind of knew that, so it made sure the face was open to the path, and he just kind of overdid it in that situation. So I think just starting a little bit more middle fairway for him for a fade is much better, because he already starts the ball left, and then he can be confident to release the face a little bit more and know that he's not going to miss it left. So I think that's just the strategy in terms of setup that would do him wonders for the fade shot.
ちょっと違うんじゃないっていうふうに言ってます。なるほど。
Yeah. So basically, it's just setting yourself up to give you the best chance for your typical misses. So for him, that typically means aiming, in this case, more in the center of the fairway. If he releases it too much, he's in the left rough. If he hits the perfect shot, he's probably going to start left rough and then curve back into the middle. So I feel like he's never going to have the fear of missing it left, so then he won't have the image of trying to go like this through the ball.
ああ。ちょっと左に保険をかけて、アライメントと。なるほど。
Yeah. So there's two pot bunkers to the right of the green. So the first one, it's 174 to carry it. The second one is 185. Touch of a crosswind, maybe a little bit of hurt. All the way to the pin, I think he said it was about 195. So really, I don't mind a right miss because that's the easiest up and down. He just needs to make sure he flies the second pot bunker. So he just needs a club that guarantees about a 195 fly. So let's see what he has in his mind.
ここはちょっと今つま先上がりなんで、ドローが出やすいんですけど、アングル的にはフェードで行きたいんで、そうですね、フェード狙いで、まあストレート行ってもいいようにって感じで、ピンと左のグリーンエッジの間、ちょうど真ん中ぐらいを狙って、まあフェードがかかればいいかなっていう感じですね。はい。
Yeah, I would still with the fade. The slope of degree is very minimal. It's like less than 10 degrees, 15 degrees. Yeah, I think if I were him, my main concern is if you're going to hit a fade, make sure it fades. The right miss is actually okay, easy up and down. The left miss is much more difficult. Now today the greens are so soft it doesn't really matter, honestly. You could miss it left in this situation. So my main thing is you have to carry it past 190, 192. So I would do the shot you want. Just make sure to have good solid contact. Low point's the biggest concern. Yeah.
ダフりました。
That was my worry. We'll talk about it. We don't have time to hit another one, but we'll talk about it.
あ、すいません。
After this hole's over, I'll talk about the second shot there.
ピッチショットで1対1ぐらいなんですけど、まあ、下りのダウンスロープがあるから、まあ、そこは越えたところにちょうど落として、そこから転がしてっていうイメージ。
Okay, is he going to go in for the second downslope or first one?
手前です。
First one, okay. I think, yeah, it's a good play. That lie especially, it's a good play. Just like he said. Yeah, he hit it perfectly. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly how he wanted to hit it. Just the greens are a little slow, that's it. Yeah. But after that second shot, you got a realistic putt for par. I mean, that's all you can ask after a crappy, you know what I mean? I always just want to putt inside 8 feet after I hit a crappy second shot. So I'm happy.
ああ、そうですね。
Yeah. Short game is medicine, right? You just took your medicine right there.
Straight.
Yeah, he's very close to a fall line putt.
はい。
If I had to read this, right around here is definitely right to left. I would say he's straight or maybe even Chilto McGee, but we'll see.
ちょっと右。
Yeah, I went Chilto McGee on him. That's a tough read because it's right on the fall line, guys. If you guys don't know what the fall line is, basically, you find the straight putt, you go to the right, right to left, you go to the left, left to right. The fall line is the straight putt, but it's such a tiny line that it's really difficult to see. So he was very close to the fall line, but he was just enough on the left side to make it a left or right putt. So I was able to see that because I kind of went all the way over here, which I don't think he did. So maybe something we'll tell him to do when you're hitting the putt. Okay. All right. So wrap up for his second shot, Ayano. My main concern with that second shot was potentially the club being one of the clubs that you had to hit perfect to get the distance. And I could kind of tell just by the power of swing that he took it looked like he was kind of going at it close to full power. So whenever I feel like you get into a situation where he was at, where slightly on a slope, and then also the tree line kind of came into play on the right side, maybe taking a club where you don't have to go so hard, at least would have made low point easier. That would have maybe the first thing I would have critiqued. Yeah. All right, so we just finished up the round lesson at Sunnyfield Golf Club. I feel like both of them did a really good job. You know, definitely lots of little tiny mistakes, but also lots of very, very good golf swings. So we'll start over here, and let's kind of basically, you know, what did you learn? Let me know.
はい。今日のラウンドレッスンで、やはりアライメントが少しエラーが起きたところがあって、そこを修正してもらって、後半は、29、ハーフベストを出すことができました。はい。ありがとうございます。
You gave away the last, the next video. 大丈夫。
はい。僕はそうですね、もともと左のミスが嫌で、右のプッシュっていうのがあったんですけど、その左にボールを捕まえる、捕まえ方っていうのがまたちょっと違ってて、リストの手首のこの使い方とかが、新しく僕の中で発見する、キウイさんに言われて、ちょっとなるほどなって思ったところがあったので、練習していきたいと思います。ありがとうございました。
Alright. And I learned that we will never bet money again. Okay. Good job, everyone.